and welcome back to my channel. So this is my very first Halloween look this year. I'll be going for like a Frankenstein look. A coworker actually requested this, so here it is. I have just been so busy with house projects at the new house that I just do not have the time to produce as many Halloween looks this year as I normally do, which is very sad for me, but there's just like way too much going on. So I'm gonna like try not to stress myself out. But anyway, as usual, this will be a voiceover so that I can really focus when I'm doing my makeup look. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is basically cover myself with green. I just want to be green all over because Frankenstein is green. This is sort of like a more cartoony, glam type Frankenstein instead of that like more realistic Frankenstein. But I'm using these color cups for the first time and they didn't cover quite as well as I wanted on the first go. So I am just going back in and blending with a sponge, kind of 2-3 coats, just getting that to be very even. And then I am taking the black and the white and contouring with these. So these are all grease-based face paints from Mayron. This is the first time I'm trying them. And I'm putting the white where I would normally put highlighter if I was doing like regular makeup. And then I'm putting the black where I would normally put like bronzer or contour if I was doing my regular makeup. And this just took a lot of back and forth blending between like the black, the white, and the green that I had initially put down. So I did most of that off screen, but you just have to be patient here with these types of paints. And then I felt like I was really shiny, so I took some setting powder and just tried to press that into my face. Sometimes when I do this, I feel like it makes my face paint lighter, but in this case, I don't think it did, so I liked that. And then I'm going in with water activated face paint, which I normally have an easier time using with brushes. So I first drew my eyebrows on. I kind of just made them black, a little bit feathered, and then I'm going in with the red face paint to outline kind of like the, I don't know what to call it, like the blood trail or like the stitch trail that Frankenstein has. And in hindsight, I kind of wish I would have made these bigger, bolder, longer, but it is what it is. And I'm making these like, you know, kind of these little open wound spots as well, just to give it a little bit of variety. And then to give myself a little bit of like a 3D type shape to these, I'm taking the white color cup and I'm just outlining the outsides of like the blood trails, and then I will go in with a mix between the black and the green that I was originally using kind of outside of the white. So this kind of highlights the high points and then like creates like a low point. I don't know, I think it worked. It definitely looked better than like not doing this at all. I went back in with the first sponge that I was using and just blended that in a little bit, like the darker green that I was using as a shadow. And then through all of this, I felt like I was just like losing a lot of the red. So then I went back in with that and traced over it just to make sure that that was really bold and that was really visible. So then I started to put on the little like stitch dots, I guess, like where like the stitches would go into like theoretically your Frankenstein skin. And I'm putting them on either side of like the line. And I'm just placing them really randomly because it wouldn't normally be like very evenly spaced. But as long as you have the same number of dots on both sides, like it will work. And so I'm just using the black water activated face paint for this, and then I'm taking the white water activated face paint and connecting them. So I'm connecting some of them just like straight on, and then some of them I crisscross them to create an X, just very random, no rhyme or reason to it for sure. And so then I'm just going to go ahead and turn myself into a bit of a glam Frankenstein. So I picked purple for an eyeshadow color because I felt like that was a color that would actually stand out on like this mess of green. So I just did like a simple, I guess like wing and just filled it in. I didn't bother with like shading or anything like that, nothing fancy, just because I didn't want to take away from sort of like the Frankenstein part of it. And then I went and put some lashes on. I don't know where my tweezers went, so that's why I'm struggling with my fingers to like get them to stay and glue onto my eyelid. But then I finish it off with a little bit of a red lip. So I take a red liquid lipstick. I'm kind of trying to overline my lips without it getting too out of control. But, you know, I guess Frankenstein likes to be a bit glam. So I popped in some contacts just for the fun of it. And then I noticed that like the female version of Frankenstein tends to have like white streaks in her hair. So I took like a little eyebrow brush and I put it in the white
water activated face paint and just like started combing that through my hair. This is really easy to wash off later, so I'm not too worried about it. And I just kind of did that on both sides of my head.
So that is it for my tutorial today. I don't know how to get the paint pot to be less shiny. This is the first time I've worked with the Mehron paint pots. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial regardless. And let me know if you have any other Halloween requests. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!